We move on now because earlier today, a Minister of Energy, Ms. Mameloko Kubai, did tell the world that tomorrow she's going to be addressing the media and tell everybody the latest on signing the IPP and the power purchase agreements. We all know how big a deal this is. It's been a long time coming. In fact, Mark himself, my next guest, who's the head of Unlisted Investment and Mergence Investment Managers, has been on the receiving side of the frustration that's come through from all the delays. And the last time there were frustration was because of the cabinet reshuffle. But this time around, it looks like there is a problem. Mark, are you well, sir?
Good evening, Andile. I'm very well, thanks. I trust you well as well.
Good man, good man. What is this deadlock, you think?
Well, Andile, we're sitting here with a slight problem in terms of our electricity sector. And so on the one hand, I think, you've got a department that's got a program in terms of rolling out, according to a government determination, renewable energy independent power producer program that will assist in supplying more electrons onto the grid, and with Eskom being the procurer of that electricity. That's a department, program. Eskom, on the other hand, is sitting with its own challenges over and above what's happening in the boardrooms at Eskom. Their business is also being impacted in terms of low economic growth, with comes with low electricity consumption, people defecting from the grid. So electricity consumption is going down, and so they've got excess supply currently in the markets. And so Eskom is sitting back and saying, well, this is a government program that's requiring like a state-owned entity to procure electricity, but there's always limited demand for it. So we never really, I don't think, government foresaw the potential reduction in the electricity needs and consumptions of the country. We were having a 40 gigawatts installed capacity. When the program got promulgated, we were looking to go to 80 gigawatts of electricity supply and consumption. And currently we're less than 40 gigawatts in terms of consumption.
So what should Eskom or even National Treasury do? Because, the picture you just painted sounds like a real challenge. In your view, what is the sensible outcome? What do you do?
Yes, I think the sensible outcome, I think from our perspective, and obviously we've got a slight vested interest in actually seeing more renewable energy coming onto the market. Being currently an investor in 12 renewable energy power plants across wind and solar, and having supported another 10 projects to be built. Obviously, we have the view that the government must continue with the program, and Eskom needs to look beyond the immediate or short-term situation where there's excess supply on the market, and prepare themselves for when they actually need to mothball some of their old coal plants. And it takes a very long time for building of new coal plants. Right. And renewables is a potential tool to assist in addressing some of the short to medium to long-term needs. So we need to get the programs going again. Otherwise, we might just end up with some more rolling blackouts come 2019, 2020.
Who pays though, Mark?
Well, the consumer will pay for the electricity.
But who pays for the IPPs? Government, being National Treasury, or state-owned entity being Eskom?
Well, the program is designed for Eskom to be the procurer of the electricity. Right. Failing that, if they're unable to pay for electricity, the National Treasury will have to pay. But as the program is currently designed, Eskom is the procurer of electricity. And I think maybe just a couple of months ago, last month, we were also acutely aware of Eskom's cash flow situation as an entity to sustain itself in the long term. So it's not a good situation that we find ourselves in currently on dealing.
Right, well, I guess we'll hear from the minister tomorrow when she addresses the media on that. Mark, thank you so much for your time tonight, brother.
Thank you, brother. Keep on, man.
Good man. Dumudlamini Kosatu, President, up next.